All right, our guest today is actually she's a good friend and known her for a long time in our niche industry here with community association. She's worn a lot of different hats, okay? But today we have Miss Kari Prout, and she is head of business development for Apex. So, Kari, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is you do at Apex, and maybe a little bit of background about how you got into community associations?
Hi, everybody. I have been a property manager for about 10 years. I was with Access for those whole 10 years at one site. Prior to that, I got in with Wentworth and I was an assistant portfolio manager. That was crazy. Now I switched hats and I'm with the vendor side, and I've known Tom a long time. Great guy, genuine. Their company's just always been helpful and really good. They have a great customer service team. As a property manager, having a vendor that you can rely on is priceless. So we do dryer vent cleanings, we do air duct cleanings, and all things chimneys. So we're not just dryer vents, but we can come help you and fix your dryer for you.
All right, let's talk a little bit about this. Like, why is dry event cleaning so important, especially in community associations?
Oh my goodness. Fire. It is just my biggest fear. You want to make sure your residents are safe. You have attached buildings in your properties, even in single family homes. Your dryer vent cleaning should be done at least every 2 years. I would always tell my homeowners, you can do it every year if you want. You got to get your dryer checked. We'll have our techs come in. They'll check the back, they'll turn it on, clean it out. It's just the biggest defense. We are big on fire safety and education also with the homeowners. We want to make sure that they know what to do, how often they should do it, what causes the fires. Your managers, they should all know this. Your boards, it's extremely important. You want to make sure your transition ducts are good, your lines inside the buildings are good. That's what we're here for. And
Okay.
people think, oh, you just need dryer vent cleanings. It's not just that.
Yes, I've actually worked with Tom doing some educational pieces and sharing some useful insight before. And we understand, and sometimes the managers understand, and even the boards might even understand this as well, the importance of dryer vent cleaning. But sometimes you're going to get some pushback from the unit owners saying, why do I have to do this? Because I never did this before. Why do I got to do it now? Somebody's making me do something. So how do you guys tackle that? Do you have any advice for boards that are trying to put through a policy so that as a community that they're on a schedule?
Absolutely. At my property, they had already had it implemented. We would do them every 2 years, chimneys every year. If you don't have that already implemented at your property, you can talk to your boards, bring in your legal counsel, talk to your insurance brokers, and set up a resolution so that you can implement that. And that will require your homeowners to have this done every 2 years, which is most common to have that set up. And then you're on a schedule. You want to do it, say, by the end of July. So, in March, you got to get your pricing, send it out to your homeowners. We do a special deal with our association managers. They'll also, go to others, but we are also certified in everything that we do. So that's another thing when you're looking at your vendors, you want to make sure you have the right technicians coming out to take care of your property. But the boards should work with legal, set up a resolution, get that done. That way it's easy to implement it with your homeowners.
Yeah, so the resolution isn't that complicated. It's something they can just put through and say, hey, it's for the benefit of the community. It's where we're acting in the best interest of the community. And so and then they can pass it.
So do I just write that resolution on a napkin and bring it to our next board meeting, or how does it work?
Sure, why not? On a handshake, right on your palm. And your legal counsel, your attorney, and they'll draw that up for you. They probably already have it set up. You just got to tailor it to your community.
I like the advice. There's also issues sometimes with dry events when they're not installed properly. You see all kinds of things out there. So people vent them in the attic space, people vent them through the soffit. So is that okay to do, or is
No.
Tell us more about that.
You don't want to do that. Most buildings, especially attached condos, townhomes, they have them vented out the side. You want to have that, or it can go through the roof vents, but you have to make sure that they're installed properly. You don't put them through a soffit, and you don't just have it blowing in the attic. And our technicians will check all of that. And you need to have the proper type of duct. So you need the rigid metal. You can't just have aluminum foil ducts that were installed years ago. Those are highly flammable. So we will come in and we will check and see your lines and make sure everything is connected, everything is the right proper material, so it's not going to catch on fire. And we'll advise the property managers of those reports and say, this one needs to be fixed. The homeowners, everybody will be involved, and we can repair that for you. You really
So
need to make sure that they're vented out properly.
it's a good question. So you guys not only inspect and clean, but if there's a problem, if they're using the wrong type of duct, you guys can send technicians out and fix all of that?
Absolutely.
When you send out a technician to do a cleaning, like, how intrusive is it?
It's really not that intrusive. If you have a stackable, we can jack it up, pull it out. We got to turn on the dryer, check your connection from the back to the dryer vent line. Our guys are equipped with all of that. They'll do that. One inside turns on the dryer, one on the outside. They use a blowing tool. They'll use the brush kit, and they'll check. And if they have to go in the attic, they'll go in the attic. If a homeowner doesn't want us to come to the home, we can do that from the outside as well.
So I hear you. Some people are not going to want a vendor to come in and do the dry vent cleaning from the inside, but is it as good, or is it still not quite as good?
It is as good, but you should have your dryer, the inside cavity, cleaned every 3 to 5 years as well, depending on your usage in your home. You have a lot of dogs, you have a lot of kids, you do a lot of laundry. Some people, they're just adamant they don't want you in their home. So we have the special tools, the air blowing tool. It'll pull everything out as it goes in. It pushes everything out, and we can scope it so they can check and see everything. We can do a really good job with that.
How long does it take to do a dry vent cleaning on average?
15 to 30 minutes.
Are there other signs that they could tell that their dryer vent is clogged? We do a lot of age-restricted communities. They're not going to be pulling dryers out and looking at stuff themselves. What are they looking for to show danger?
The most telltale sign that you have a clog is if your dryer takes 2 hours to dry something that should be done in 40 minutes, and if it's hot to touch. So if you notice, oh, wait, I have to keep running this dryer, this load won't dry like normal, you're clogged. You need to get your lines cleaned.
Well, Kari, do you have any advice for the property managers out there, because you wore that hat for a long time, on handle the situation and get the message through to the boards? Do you have any takeaways for the property managers out there, and even the boards, as to how they can translate to the community the importance of getting their dryer vents cleaned?
That's really it. The main importance is fire safety, especially in attached units. You have a fire, which there was thousands of fires from dryer vents. It's one of the top fire issues. You want to make sure that your property is safe. You want to make sure your residents are safe. You want to make sure all of your maintenance is constantly done. And getting a vendor in that can do this all for you, that's certified. We're certified dryer vent cleaners, air duct, master hearth. I mean, we also do chimneys. Your fireplaces should be inspected. That would be done every year. Your dryer vents every 2 years. And like I said before, some people are like, I want to get it done every year. Please do. That for me is just more of peace of mind. They're my biggest fear, as I know a lot of others. And especially when you have attached units, you really want to make sure everybody is safe all the time.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for being here and sharing with us. Now, we always like to give our guests an opportunity to recognize somebody that's been influential in their career or their life, or just in their path of their journey. If you have anybody in mind that you'd just like to recognize?
I do. I'm going to be a little corny, and I'm going to say my husband. He's been in this industry along with his mother, and he wears many hats, as you guys know: insurance, operations, everything legal. I can talk to him about anything, and he will help guide me and which way I need to go, calm me down. So, and then I have an old board president that I still speak to. We learned a lot together in the 10 years I was there. She was amazing, and it's really good to have people like that. When you're a manager and when you're on site, it's hard when you're by yourself. So you need to have those people in your corner to help you along the way.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Kari. We hope that you have a fantastic rest of your week, and we'll see you at the next CAI event.
Yes.
In the meantime, see everybody next week on the next episode of Contract.